Very good weapon set. Orb is in. Blasters are in. Those SIGs are not in, brother.
Yeah,
they're not in at all.
I don't know. It's definitely an interesting choice. I want to see how he kind of blends the two weapons together. It is going to give you like a really early KO option, especially if you can find the D-lights. We'll see how MegD gets away from the. He hits the SIG right away. Like that, man. That kind of makes us look like idiots.
He's goated, bro. I don't care. Like if the down SIG being the one to start it off, like, all right, brother. Oh. All right, you know what?
All right,
my fault. I actually just don't know how to play the character.
Yeah,
What I'm saying.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
my
man.
fault, gang.
Sorry, Stingray.
Yeah, you're goated. You know what? In fact, when I get off this to start doing my colors, I'm actually gonna start with Reno. Like, this is what a start right here. He gets a down SIG, he gets a neutral SIG here on the orb. I think orb's neutral SIG is still a very good anti-air. It just unfortunately doesn't have like a scoop. It's you have to be in that 45-degree area. But as of right now, he's got that first stock pretty handily at that. MegD trying to make something happen here on this Petra.
Yeah, he's trying to find his way in. He just cannot do it. The in-air drift that Stingray has on these side airs, especially like the jump down air where he's rising with the down air as it comes out.
Ooh. Okay. Love though. I'm definitely liking the movement here from Stingray. I'm like in awe of watching play like another character that's not Orion, obviously, or just anybody with a spear, really. But yeah, he went all the way out. You know, a new and improved Stingray showing up. And this is definitely, you know, working out for him. He's got a pretty solid lead. He's about to lap MegD. Does lap MegD in percentage.
Drops the D-Light recovery. See, it's not just me. It's hard.
Yeah, it is kind of hard. I can't no lie, bro. I'm a D-Light Sarah to the day I die.
I like that nice little backdash inlight, so you still get a little bit of the movement as the inlight is coming out, so you can use that as the defensive tool, even though it's not a stacked option. There's going to be MegD finishing up finally that first stock of Stingray here, but he has 141 on this stock. I don't have my spreadsheet pulled up to see if D-Light recovery KOs here on Blasters.
Still a very good, very good catch right there from MegD to go off that stage and really like put that stock away. Now he's going to try to make himself a nice little comeback. Scrapping here on Demon now. Oh! All right.
He will be able to KO, by the way, but he has orb in his hand.
This is a real problem. My man, the Stingray Reno started off pretty nice on this first stock, but he has been slowed all the way down. He's not really been able to hit MegD for like the last maybe 30 seconds. MegD, oh, okay.
Oh, that would have done it for sure, all the way up there, but MegD was able to fade out of it, even though you have a lot of control in that in-air recovery. So much control that you can sometimes pull out of the actual hit that you got on the first two. Dude, he got the hit with it. He's using like every signature.
Hold on, bro. Like this, like it's covering that 45-degree angle only, and he's making sure you're in that 45-degree angle. Down both on the neutral SIG, on the orb, and on the blasters that both hit. And now is able to keep himself a little bit of a lead. Is going to sap it immediately. Only 14 put on. Yeah, bro, like from the start that we have, MegD has definitely, you know, braved the storm and managed to keep this game super close.
Yeah, at second stock, he did a great job of like extending his own while he was adding up consistent damage onto Stingray. Recovery, not going to even send off screen, so he doesn't have to worry about a KO off the top. He only really has to worry about landing safely, which he's so far not really able to do. He's getting plucked out of the air with those in-lights. The fadeaway side air is another in-light. Side air misses right after, but no punish.
Okay. Now, I mean, very good usage of the in-lights, though. Instead of, you know, seeing a lot of downlight, which you might see in that situation, or maybe even a couple sidelight pokes now that's got its own confirmed, but he's been on that in-light for sure.
I was just about to say, he's not naring a lot. I feel like those are some of the few that we've seen so far. He's mostly been playing the side airs, the in-lights, and then, of course, the dare. Goes for the neutral signature while MegD was on the ground. That's going to be a punish.
Yeah, maybe expecting a jump out the corner there. MegD, though, resilient, going to stay on the ground. Could potentially start seeing a side SIG be thrown out here by Stingray if he decides. However, he has to get back to the stage real quick. MegD is not too far away from finding himself a nice little edge guard situation or potentially just taking the game again with the sidelight Sayer at the edge.
Dude, orb comeback potential here is so real. 119 damage on this stock. From the middle of the stage, the Sider's not going to KO. There's 200 damage on this stock from MegD. Barely gets through that down air.
I can't believe that miss. And I'm also surprised that MegD didn't try to go for his own recovery right there. They are jockeying for position with the orbs. Okay, who's going to get it? It's getting intense. No one wanting to throw out that move first.
MegD can't KO from any like normal instance here, even all the way on the edge at 134 damage on Stingray just yet. He's gonna have to do just a little bit more.
Bro, they are. The neutral is intense right now.
149, he still can't KO from the edge. He might be able to just because of strength. Divots the ground pound off the bottom. MegD did it. He made the gigantic comeback. What are you talking about? That's crazy.
That man MegD was like, look, I know we've been playing neutral for like the last 45 seconds. Check this out. Quick burst option, dash jump into the ground pound. No wall to really grab, so a very good option for him to go for, and it worked out. I mean, he definitely surprised Stingray. So I will say, though, Stingray has definitely surprised me as well. I mean, this Reno did look good. He got it to a last hit situation. Just was not on the winning side of that last hit situation. See what happens here, though, as we get into our second game.
First weapon does go to Stingray here. He's going to be juggling a little bit with the orb. He even juggles the orb away so he can grab the blasters. Go back to what he's really focused on. Oh, he goes for the side light there, and MegD's stuck in the dead zone instead of going for the D light that would have hit. That's tough. I don't know if he expected like a dash away from MegD in time, or at least some type of movement where the side light would hit and a D light wouldn't.
Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm loving the space in here from MegD, or from Stingray. But MegD right now, yeah, he's got to get back onto the stage right here. He's definitely trying to make some type of comeback here on this first stock, but may not even matter if Stingray can find another one of these good, well-placed SIGs that he's been able to throw out.
Oh, MegD gets caught recovery just a little bit too high.
Yeah.
I was going to say, good job recovering low so he doesn't get caught by like a stray Sair coming out from Stingray or anything like that. The KO potential from blasters off of the bottom, it almost all comes off of the ground pound, which is like telegraphed, and MegD can react to it in time. But yeah, he recovered low but creeped a little bit too high, got caught by the D-light.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, moving around the dare for sure, and also grabbing that middle stage again. MegD gonna try to go off the stage this time. This is how he got that first stock in the first game, but goes a little too high. Stingray, the blaster's going a little insane for him.
I love the weapon toss extension that he did after the first D-light side air to hopefully set up for the second one. He's going to lose the stock here, but he added up 92 damage on the stock. But if we look at what happened last game, there was a much bigger lead going into this second stock for Stingray than he has right now. And MegD has weapon advantage, but a nice in-light's going to send him away. It's now Orb v Orb. Side light side air comes out from Stingray.
Ooh. Close, almost getting that neutral there on the other side. Still finds himself another side air. Tries to maybe place it down air. Oh, just let that one rock. Oh, okay, and we're now getting, you know what, surprising him. I know you're probably expecting to see that side light there, but no, here's a side light in to the neutral SIG. Sends him packing a little more force on that one.
It does have that spike option, so if you use it in the surprise version like Stingray just did, rather than on its own, when you would normally expect that true combo follow-up, you can catch absolutely people with it. It's kind of like Fate Orb in SIG.
Right. Uh-oh.
Except it spikes.
Scooped. Okay, yeah, I am very much like he's using his only like really the anti-air SIGs, and they've been working out quite well for him. The neutral SIGs on both his blasters and his orb.
All right, come on, MegD. You need to find yourself back in this. 139 damage on your final stock. Only 121 on Stingray's second. He goes into the neutral signature again. Gets hit by it this time. The second blast of it. It's not just one blast like Isaiah's. It's a similar like vector going out in front of you at that really long, high 45-degree angle, but it has multiple blasts in it, unlike the Isaiah neutral signature on
I think
blasters.
it also, the hitbox is wide, too. Like, it's long, it looks long-lasting and wide. It's like a traveling hitbox. That definitely works out. So he's been getting a lot off the, MegD pretty much just landing on top of it. And if he had a chance to jump, would have been fine, but I think he was trying to get back down to the ground and play a little more neutral, maybe not expecting to land directly on top of that hitbox. Regardless, that does give Stingray a W here on the Lilith, a.k.a. the Reno.
He's tied up the set now, 1-1 as we go into game 3 here, still on Demon Island. So he gets the first weapon this time. It's going to be MegD. Stingray was actually closer to the weapon, but MegD was able to grab it in time. It's going to be the orb coming out. And he, again, is going to get hit right off the bat and sent over to the edge right off the bat.
Okay, orb toss right there. Oh, it doesn't re-grab the orb, though. Now he's going to be unarmed a little bit. However, immediately finding himself the gauntlets. Maybe that's what he wants instead here for this matchup. But I think it's really, I mean, my stats for some reason are not loading. I just really want to know how much damage he was able to do.
Yeah, the live stats are cooked.
Oh, no. Live stats, please. Yeah, because I really want to know how much damage he did in comparison to, like, from his blasters and his orb. It feels like Stingray is using a lot of both, but I think I'm focusing a little more on his blasters gameplay outside of the orb SIGs. Here we go. MegD now, though. He is definitely hurting here in this first stock.
We still haven't seen Stingray use too many nairs. It's only really when MegD wants to go super high in the air. I wonder if that is maybe to not discourage the aerial gameplay, because if you pick up MegD, like scoop him out of the air with a recovery, you can KO off the top. You also have like a lot of the signatures that he's been hitting have been on an aerial MegD. So if you're not probing with the neutral air as much, forcing MegD down onto the ground, then you can exploit him in more of those serious situations where you can get the neutral signature and get KOs off of it rather than just nair damage.
Ooh. All right, man, Stingray. Once again, always able to keep a little bit of a lead here, but outside of that first game, I feel like, yeah, MegD, he had that second stock where he cut hard into it, but ever since then, Stingray has really kind of got his number. Not going to be enough to lose that stock yet. I like the attempt at the weapon toss just in case, and the nair would have been super nice too. Just a little off the mark though here from MegD, and getting scooped up out of his recovery there. That is a perfect placement of a side air, but didn't get the perfect placement for that weapon toss. Really seal that stock away. There it is. Finally finds that Sair.
Now, unfortunately for MegD, he's still been going into the second stock of Stingray about halfway through his own second stock. That one game we saw him come back, but last game he didn't. So it seems like, at least so far, based on a limited data set, it's a coin flip on whether MegD's able to come back and make something happen on the second stock. You saw the dodge back there to get away from any potential after like feinting forward onto Stingray. Nice inlight, see what he can set up with. Stingray actually goes high right after it. The bottom side of the recovery and all those active frames makes a connection. There's the side air, potentially sending Stingray over. No, the turnaround, there's the Sair. I thought he was going to land with a dare on top of MegD.
Oh man, we are firing away over here over this edge just in case he pokes his head up a little too far away. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I do not imagine being able to make that back freely. And what a way to go ahead and stop that just in case though. The slide off down heavy. Going to go ahead and take it from MegD now. It's a very solid lead again developing for Stingray. Unless, hold on, MegD playing some active defense right now.
Oh, that feels like that was a dropped option there. I feel like he had something that he could do. I feel like he had many solutions that were, oh, he gives him the chase dodge. It's not enough. Okay.
Oh, that was such a good idea,
dude. If I was MegD, I would have been so sad after potentially giving that save. That was tough. But MegD, he rallies back and he did it.
Yeah.
So the coin, he flipped it. It turned up heads this time.
Good stuff for him, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't shake Stingray too much. He's been able to hold this this lead for quite a bit of the game. Honestly, of the set, really. I don't really feel like MegD has had that chance to be in front of him outside of like the last part of the first game. But even then, that was a last stock, last hit situation. Ever since then, it's kind of been like the Stingray show. But MegD now trying to fight back here. Hold on. He gets sent off the stage. Nice start now. Avoid that neutral sting. That is something Stingray has been loving to throw out in that same situation.
Yeah, it was great timing on that dodge. He used the dodge to like get the iframes in the beginning where it would have hit, and then he got the movement off to get past it. So where he might normally run out of iframes, if he ripped it early, he ends up getting caught by all the active frames of the signature. But by waiting late and doing it at the perfect time, you get the iframes for the beginning and the movement for the end.
Stingray once again, yeah, just looking for him. He's looking for him to land on top of that. So I think he might be able to start throwing some surprise recoveries in there if he's going to always keep going way high up above you.
The gauntlets are working for MegD so far. He's only going to be able to take potentially one more of those if Stingray doesn't get the edge guard here. I really thought we were going to see a sidelight Sair there. I wonder if he wants the gauntlets or the orb here.
Yeah, I'm feeling like, I mean, I don't know if the orb mirror has been a issue for MegD, but it seems like he's favoring these gauntlets for sure right now.
Man, you just have to get in so many more hits. There's so many more like little cracks where you can mess up, and then Stingray gets all the way through off of something that's not true, rather than just like punishing landings with side air. Like we've seen Radish like whittle people down at the end. He has to do so much movement before initiating. This is so tough.
Okay, it's going to be the orb now instead. And yeah, I think in my head too, I'd rather probably do the orb because at least you have the guaranteed damage always, like sidelight Sair, right?
You have a true combo for damage. You have a true combo for KOs as well.
Okay. Just finds a landing Sair, though. This is still possible. Oh, okay, recovery for recovery. Nobody hitting it, though. It's still very possible for MegD. We're right back into the intense neutral thing. Both
that's
of them
gonna
very
do it.
Close. Oh, that's going to be it for sure. Stingray gonna now move ahead in this set, but I was going to say, yeah, we're right back into an intense neutral area where neither one of them really want to swing because every mistake now really matters. If Stingray makes a mistake, he's like 2 more steps closer to losing that stock, and if MegD makes a mistake at all, he just loses the game. So understanding why it slows down like that.
We're seeing pretty solid damage numbers coming out from them. 558 from Stingray and 512 from MegD. If you added up what he would need to do to get into KO damage on that final stock, MegD would also have like solid damage numbers. We're not seeing like 600 plus like we were seeing in some some of the other regions this weekend. So reasonably efficient KOs coming out from these players. But yeah, and like, we know MegD can be a slow player and slow it down when he needs to. Yeah. Like, we don't see Stingray on stream that much anymore, but like, there are a lot of sets, if you go back in his history, where Stingray will absolutely slow it down to a crawl as well, and he can play right at home in there.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times people, they just remember like the D-Sig comebacks, the D-Sig comeback clip. Like, that's like probably his most famous clip. But yeah, from back in the day, watching Stingray from over the years, there definitely is moments where he'll chill out for a bit too. So, which means he's just comfortable playing all that neutral. Like, it's not getting to him. He doesn't feel like, oh man, 10 seconds passed, no one's pressed the button, I have to do something.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm chilling. I'm going to wait until I see the absolute opportunity for me to make something happen and take the W. So that happened for both of them so far. MegD getting the first victory on the first game, and then this time on the third game, that's going over to Stingray. But now, into our fourth game, Stingray only needing one more to walk away. We're right back to Demon Island.
So we saw MegD hit the coin flip and essentially bring it back to even. It was like maybe 17 and 18 damage on his stock by the time Stingray was on his final as well. So he got the coin flip, got the evening it up on second stock, but he wasn't able to secure it at the end. The damage bill from Stingray on that final stock of his was just too much. He couldn't deal with the orb, and the sidelight Stair was able to finish him off. He didn't have to like fish for a risky D-Light recovery on the blasters, but now he's going to open it up, and he's doing the damage on the blasters. His damage output on blasters has been stellar.
Yeah, it's definitely been these blasters.
He misses sidelight Stair too. It's not just me.
Okay. It's like, bro, I swear we're all getting used to it. Here we go. All right, just clean Stair. I mean, clean Stair placements just in general, I like that. And boom, yeah, gets down back to the ground instead of potentially just going for that down air. He's like, oh no, it's time to get this stock out the way. The down light recovery. Stingray starting this off super nice. I think he was at like 50% before as he took that stock. Now at 70. Okay. Nice.
One thing we really haven't seen too much of from MegD is playing on the diagonal on the 45 with that orb, using like the balance either off the wall, off the main stage, or just the extended range that the full down air has at that 45-degree angle. That's just not been something he's been playing with. He's been mostly playing north, south, east, west.
Okay. He's getting shot up though, man. He continuously just eating shots to the dome right here from these down airs. Does at least have some good damage here onto Stingray, so could potentially find that sidelight Stair, but Stingray is playing so well around this orb for sure.
Dude, this
making
is
this
so
much
much damage.
Jeez.
This is a brutal game, and MegD's gonna fall just like that. That's so tough. It's gonna take a lot to come back from this. I don't know if he's got it in him.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, being the person that's known for slowing down the game, but being behind, it's definitely just not the way you want to be playing right now. It's a little hard to control the pace when the opponent doesn't have to approach at all. So it's going to be, yeah, a little rough indeed here for MegD. But maybe, I never want to count anybody out until I see that third stock gone.
They're going to be going up against each other in the orb mirror here. The in-light gets instantly punished by neutral air from Stingray. There's another side air from him as well, adding even more damage. 83 damage after that side air, the 2 hits of it. There's the neutral air into the side air as well. 0 damage that MegD's been able to put out on this final stock. The down air goes low, but MegD goes high. There's another side air from the middle of the stage. Not enough, doesn't even send off stage, but it does disarm. The D-Light into the ground pound doesn't send over the corner, but he catches the bounce with the neutral air.
Okay, finally getting some type of damage too, though, but now he's got another orb in his hand, and unfortunately, I just feel like the orb has done nothing for him as far as okay, good catch. Gets something, at least gets back onto the stage, but yeah, it just feels like his orb is getting absolutely outclassed right now by Stingray. Might get a chance to make something happen here. No, Stingray immediately right over and right back to the middle of the stage.
His placement on that neutral signature was really nice, though. Like, he was just high enough to where he would have line of sight for, like, the edge of it to make a connection. There's a sidelight side air, potentially setting something up. Stingray goes high, and MegD throws out 2 nairs that whiff. Trying to find his way in, gets beat out with a side air from Stingray. Next weapon coming in. Here's the orb. Is he going to finish it off like he's finished off so many of MegD's stocks before? He's going to be waiting for the sidelight side air. Even from the edge, I think he just needs a Sair here. Doesn't even need the first hit.
MegD, though, I mean, look, he's still in it for sure. The recovery, okay, pushing him up to the skies. Not past that blast zone yet. This could go. No.
Not enough, man.
Oh, my God, he put himself off the stage. That was a little scary, but managed to make himself right back to the middle.
I think if he would have picked that up from the ground, then it would have been a guaranteed edge guard, but because he picked it up so high, that gave Stingray even more drift to get back to the main stage, rather than having to burn everything and touch the wall, lose your iframes. That is going to be the second stock.
Dude,
being lost from Stingray. MegD has to play flawless Brawlhalla here.
I mean, it's literally a Sair. Like, it's literally a Sair right now. Finds it, not enough here from that part of the stage. The next one doesn't matter, though. I think he'll just take it from anywhere. Yeah, there it is. There's that Sair from the orb. It took a little bit, but he definitely finds it. 510 to 393 here on the damage. Stingray going to take that one 3-1. Love to see it. But yeah, no, I mean, for a second, I almost started to believe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost started to believe.
I like the Reno, man. I still don't think it's that great of a legend. I think you run into kind of